ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जन शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। नमः राधिकाय प्रियात्मने श्री श्रीमद् भक्तिवेदांत श्रील नारायण गोस्वामी इति नामिने श्री कृष्ण लीला कथने सुदक्षम औदार्य माधुर्य गुणैश्च युक्तम वरं वरण्यं पुरुषं महन्तं नारायणं तं शिरसा नमामि। वन्देऽहं भक्ति चकोरं गौरांगनिज प्रेष्ठितं श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी वनं नमस्तुभ्यं। श्री राधा एक निष्ठितं रसायनं कथामृतं संकीर्तनम् आनंदं गोस्वामी वनं नमः। सबसे पहले
जो स्पीकर होगा उसका वीडियो ऑन होना चाहिए।
जय नित्यानंद प्रभु विष्णुपाद जी प्रभु जी कर दिया। सबसे पहले मैं अपने गुरुपाद पद्म नित्य लीला प्रभु विष्णु विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद् भक्तिवेदांत श्रील नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज जी के चरण कमलों में अनंत कोटि बार दंडवत प्रणाम करती हूँ और उनकी अहेतु की कृपा की वांछा करती हूँ। तत्पश्चात मैं अपने शिक्षा गुरु पाद पद्म जय श्रीमद् भक्ति श्री गोस्वामी महाराज जी के चरणों में आंछा करती हूँ और उपस्थित यहाँ पे सभी वैष्णव वैष्णवी अनंग मोहन प्रभु, श्याम प्रभु, रमनेश दीदी, विनोद प्रभु जी, सभी वैष्णवों के चरणों में मेरा यथा योग्य दंडवत प्रणाम।
I came to the मठ में from the beginning in 2001 when the मठ was new. Before that time, I was learning badminton there. It was a playground, our badminton court. So we went there to learn badminton. And then we got to know that an institution has taken this ground and we cannot play badminton there anymore. So we didn't like that because just recently I started to go there, and after a while the mud came and I had darshan of Gurudev there, Nitya Lila Prabhu Vishnupad, Stotra Sata Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. So when I was in the 5th class, I met him. It was the first time I met Gurudev, and the uncle who was teaching us badminton, he also went to the mud. I felt odd that my teacher is also going to the mud. The mud wasn't yet built. It started in the basement first, and we went to the mud in the basement, and we went for darshan of Thakurji and take prasadam. Maybe the prasadam of the mud, I feel like I have no punya, I have no good karma, so maybe perhaps of my previous lives, but I think it's the glory of prasadam. We got prasadam at the mud and we went for darshan, and after a while when the mud was finished, when the mud was established in 2005, I think, if I'm not wrong, then Raman Bihari Ji came and Gurudev came. I was in the 10th class then. So the first time I asked Gurudev a question, I saw everyone was asking Gurudev a question, but I had blocked the mud. So because I did that, I did not know anything about Vaishnava etiquette. I did not have association of bhaktas. I just went for the Sandhya Aarti and some parikrama, Tulsi parikrama. I had no knowledge. So my first question for Gurudev was, Gurudev, I am in the 10th class. Will I pass? I didn't know what questions to ask a Vaishnava. I was not so smart. So Gurudev gave me the answer. If you will put in efforts, then you will pass. If you don't try your best, then I can't help you. So after hearing this, I was thinking, what kind of saint is this? People were asking, Gurudev, my work is not going. Then he would say, you should give your cow some grass. And then I was thinking, why isn't he giving me a straight answer? He was saying I should do my best. So I was thinking like this, and after having his darshan, I took prasadam, I went away. And after that, I stayed attending the Sandhya Aarti. So I went to the mud for Sandhya Aarti. I didn't have actually permission from my house members to go because my family felt like it wasn't okay for us girls to go there because there were brahmacharis there. If we would go, it would not be okay. So no one went, only we two sisters went. So we went always together, if it was school or mud. My sister tried first, and then I would catch up with her. So we went to the Sandhya Aarti together, and like this it went on. So I found out that in the mud you can get Harinam, and before that you have to fast from onion and garlic, and you have to fast for Ekadashi. And then it was difficult to leave that onion and garlic. From my childhood, I knew that we have to accept a guru, that this is their goal in life. Without a guru, my parents had already learned me that a guru is very important in your life. So I went to the mud, and I would also fast for Ekadashi. And then when the exams would end, I really felt like I wanted to have Harinam. When I told my friends, they told me, you have to leave the onion and garlic. So then I took Harinam. And I told only my mother about this. So in the morning I got Harinam. In the evening there was a program of Gurudev's Harikatha. And then after taking prasad, I went home and I forgot to take off my mala. So my auntie in the house said, Swati, you took Harinam. And I thought, oh, I got caught. And then the auntie said, in this house no one will leave onion garlic as long as I live. So there was such a mercy from Gurudev. When he found out, he gave so much mercy that until today no onion has come in the house again. So it went on like this. I got Harinam. In the beginning I took it very lightly. I got my mala. Sometimes मेरा गुरुदेव से हो गया मैं हरिनाम शुरू में मैंने किया उसके बाद So July, the Gurudev came to the mud, and when I went there, I saw Rasanand Prabhu, who is now Sridhar Maharaj. He was sitting and preaching. So the whole mud was full until outside people were sitting. And I was asking people, why is it so crowded today? Who is this Rasanand Prabhu? You didn't know Gurudev came today. So for 1.5 hours, Gurudev is sitting now downstairs. So that day, I got really surprised that I didn't know. I went to the room of Gurudev. I asked Madhav Maharaj permission. I was praying. I was crying. Please let me have darshan of Gurudev. But that didn't happen. I kept praying. That night I came home at 11 o'clock. I was from 6 o'clock in the mud, but I didn't have darshan of Gurudev. And then there was a Prabhuji there. He said, Guruji will leave tomorrow morning, 5 o'clock, and you should come here. So I couldn't come at 5 o'clock. My family members didn't let me go. So when he will come back again, you can go, they said. And then Prabhuji asked me, you do Harinam? I was like, no, I don't do Harinam. I do 2-4 rounds. Sometimes I don't do Harinam. So this is the punishment because you didn't do Harinam. Gurudev said you should do 16 rounds. As long as you don't do 16 rounds, Gurudev will not give you darshan. So 7 days later, Gurudev came back. So those 7 days, I really concentrated on the 16 rounds. So when Gurudev came back on the 9th of July, and by the mercy of Gurudev, before he arrived, I was in the mud. And when the door of the car opened, I could touch Gurudev, his feet. I did Dandavat Pranam. And then Gurudev put his hand on my head. And he said, "Are you happy now?" These words, they made me realize so much. They gave me so much. These words, they also told me that Gurudev knows everything. This Leela happened because I didn't do Harinam properly. So Gurudev came in and went from there, and we had darshan in between. So one day we went for Govardhan Parikrama to after Anukut. Puja Didi, Rohinandan, Prabhu, many people we went. And we were thinking of getting Diksha. Like Puja Didi said, I cannot always jump 16 rounds, I have a busy schedule. And now, today we know at what stage she is. I was speaking with Didi the whole way, what to do. And when we came there, Gurudev was not healthy. Before we arrived there, Gurudev left from the hall and went to his room. So we did not get our Diksha and we cried a lot. We didn't take breakfast, prasad, anything. Then I had darshan of Band Maharaji for the first time. When I had his darshan, Maharaji asked, "What happened? Why are you crying?" Because we were not getting Diksha. But Puja Didi got Diksha because she had to go to Pune and our Diksha would come with the annual function. So that was the time of Gurudev, his sickness pastime. There was so much kirtan going on, like shifts of 2 hours. We would go for Harinams and Kirtan. Then the first time, Kripa Kataksh, Nandananda Ashtakam, I was singing these. And with the mercy of Gurudev, I learned a lot of Kirtans. And then I felt like by our prayers, Gurudev will be okay. But it didn't happen like this. Gurudev was really helping us. He was giving us mercy to do Harinam. He was giving us the opportunity to understand his value, that we would not see him as an ordinary person. He was really here from Vrindavan Dham. So at the time of Gurudev, many people came, and after Gurudev left, many people left. And I thought it's Gurudev's mercy that he has saved us. I have no strength, but still he has given me the mercy that I'm still doing Harinam and that I'm also associating with the devotees. And then Band Maharaji came from Govardhan. Then Maharaji asked me when I came to Parikrama, "How are you? Did you have darshan? What did the doctor say?" I was speaking like this with Maharaji. Then Gurudev's departure on 29th of December in 2010. In the early morning at 4 o'clock, I found out, and I felt like everything was gone. And I felt like I was in such a bad situation. I could not get there for the last darshan. I was small. My sister had Harinam. So if it was crowded, I could not watch for myself. So my house members, they didn't let me go. So I asked Gurudev, when you are gone, who will I see as my own? Who will I ask questions? So the questions I was asking Gurudev, but still I was thinking, who will I speak to? Who will give me this association? I have no knowledge. When Gurudev was here, I didn't have the proper association with him, and I was thinking like this. And there were Gaudiya girls group classes going on, and many Didis came, and I stayed in association with them. I heard some Harikatha, some Kirtan. They engaged me in Kirtan. So Gurudev, his Bhagavatam happened, and the devotees were helping, and after that we went to Navadvip Dham. So after Bhagavatam was finished, after the lunch, we went by train. We went there, and I was there with a Didi. We were with 12 devotees, and then Didi said, "You just came to Bhagavatam." I was going to Bhagavatam, but that was just because my friend was calling me. So after office, I sat down for a short while. I didn't understand much. So I kept listening. I couldn't understand much. So Puja Didi said, "Come to the class at 4 o'clock outside of Gurudev's room." She took me. I couldn't understand, but because of their special mercy, every time I don't understand anything, they take my hand and they take me with them. So sometimes I sleep much, I do less rounds. And sometimes I don't listen Harikatha. Then Ramni Didi, she takes me, and then she puts me in front of Maharajji. And by the causeless mercy of Maharajji, so they set me down, and they said, as soon as you sit down for Harikatha, your doubts will go away. So in the early days, Gurudev was telling so much nice katha about Radharani. He was telling so many kathas, and so full of rasa. I felt like he is maybe Maharajji, but he looks more like a Manjari. He must be a Manjari. I don't know. So Savita Didi was telling this. We don't know his Swarup yet, but maybe one day we will know in this lifetime. So from that day till now, Maharajji has given me so much mercy, and I hope he will keep showering his mercy on me, because I am just not so intelligent. I keep asking him for material things. So I want to follow Maharajji, and then I want to stay in association. So when I was asking for material things, he gave me everything. Even now, I'm still asking for material things. I'm still attached to this material world. When will I get the renunciation from this world? I lose the attachment. I don't know how many lifetimes it will take, but I have faith that Gurudev has taken my hand and he will not let go. He will just keep holding my hand. When Gurudev left this world, I was looking at Gurudev's picture on the calendar and I felt like he is looking me with some anger. But Gurudev, I would ask him some questions and then in my dreams he would answer me. So when I did not meet Maharajji, I was meeting Guruji in my dreams. So this is my illusion, but I don't know if it's true, but I would get my answers in my dream. So when I met Maharajji, when I started to get interaction with him, then I started to dream about Maharajji. And now I don't have dreams with Guruji or Maharajji. I am so attached in this world now. I feel like what I heard about Gurudev, when I met Bhaktivedanta Maharajji, I heard that the Diksha Guru and Siksha Guru are the same. They have the same bhav, mood. And I didn't know whether my Siksha or Diksha Guru are the same. So what should I do then? How will I find out? The one who I am seeing now, is that the right person? If he has the mood of my Gurudev or not? So when Gurudev was there, I was not hearing so much Harikatha from him. I had darshan. I went for morning walk. I had darshan of Gurudev, but his Harikatha I could not hear so attentively. So on Narsingh Chaturdasi and Advaita Saptami and Akshay Tritiya, I was hearing the audio and also of Maharajji. So from A to Z, what Gurudev was saying, everything Maharaj was also saying. And Gurudev was also very famous for starting his katha anywhere and end with Radharani. And this is the same thing I'm seeing with Maharajji. When Gurudev left, I had a feeling that so Maharajji was very affectionate to me. He made me his own. And then he gave me seva. Like everything what Gurudev was saying, he is saying. He's giving reference. He's saying, nothing is mine. If you have any doubts, just see, it's what Prabhupada was saying. You can look it up. He was giving references. Everything he is saying, what he had heard and read from the Guru Parampara, what he has seen in the example of Gurudev, he was giving this. So there is no doubt to think that my Gurudev has left, that my Gurudev is not giving me his association anymore. I am 100% sure. I am not the person to give any guarantees, but I can really certainly say that the Katha Gurudev was giving, Srila Bhant Maharaj is also giving. I was thinking I did not have association with Gurudev so much. So there was a Prabhuji who said, how do you know you didn't have association? What do we want? Radha Dasyam. Gurudev was saying this, we were just repeating it like a parrot. Radhaji, her servant. That is what we want. So that is not what I am now qualified for. But if you give me an order, I will do it like a servant. But my situation is that I cannot accept being a servant. So then I was asked, what do I want? Radha Dasyam. We are willing to go to a dham where Raman Manjari came from, and she came here and gave us association. And then we cannot say that we didn't get anything in this life. I was not giving it value. I didn't understand. And still today, I am so attached in this material world. I am still not capable of listening to Vaishnava philosophy. So always I'm praying to you all Vaishnavas and to Gurudev, as you are serving your Gurudev with the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu preaching this. Maybe in one lifetime I can also become a servant, I can have nishtha for Gurudev, and I can just give a drop of seva. I want this mercy from him, and I want this mercy from you Vaishnavas. Please give your mercy to me. And Gurudev, his name is Patit Pavan. So this name will only be established when you will give mercy to me. If you deliver me, then your name will be established, because that's how fallen I am.